Hello, just thought it worth having a little chat about public speaking, but not just public speaking, about anything you're looking to do, but maybe you're holding back through self-reflection or nerves or whatever it is. I'm somebody that I used to attend a function in my trade, mainly once a year around Christmas time, and there was always a couple of main speakers. And I always used to think in my own head while I was sitting there, could I do that? Could I stand up there in front of these probably 200 people and deliver a speech to people? And most of the time I thought, yeah, maybe not. But one of the things that helped me was actually when I was called to do it in a way. It helped me to think that I was actually doing it not for me, but for somebody else. And I've had occasions where, obviously I'm now standing up and reading poetry. That's my main thing at the moment. And I've had occasions where other people I can sense are wanting to express themselves. And I can see that if they did it, it would give them such a buzz. And I've encouraged a couple of people to do it, whether on their own or on an odd occasion, I said, well, why don't you come up with me? And I think a big breakthrough for me, I started doing open mics in pubs. And I think being a poet it's interesting because I've spoken to musicians who go up in front of people all the time and never look nervous. But they've said to me, what you do as a poet standing there on your own is a lot braver, where I don't necessarily see it like that. I see it as a lot simpler because I don't have to carry lots of kit around with me. I can just have some pages of A4 notes in my pocket. I'm not saying it isn't a little bit nerve-wracking, but after several open mics, when at first I was very, very nervous, the momentum does build. And eventually I did get to speak at that trade event that I spoke about, and it was last Christmas, and there were 200 people there. And, I did it, and it was my biggest breakthrough yet. When I went up to do it, I was very, very nervous when it came to it. I felt like I'd gone into fight or flight, but my determination was very strong. I could feel my right hand shaking and that kind of thing, but I got through it. And the compliments afterwards and the feeling of pleasure in what I'd done for myself and the self-esteem boost, the self-love was really, really worth it. And I think there's two things here. Is at the time you're doing it, try and imagine you're doing it for someone else, whether that's somebody that will be proud of you for doing it, whether it's a grandparent that's no longer here, or a sibling that is sort of championing you to do these things. And then as time moves on, you're doing it more for yourself. So I just thought this might help somebody to hear this. And to just say to you, look, start in a small way. Buy yourself, as I did, buy yourself a karaoke machine at home and practice on it with your children and see where it goes from there. And just think, no, do you know what, I'm just going to do this. And if you have to tag along with someone else the first time to do it, then just do that. Over and out.